5 o'clock in an hour day. Roller skating jam called Saturday. This is science to freezing leaves. Woo! Science. Making shorts. Making shorts, getting it clean. So ready to go, but gonna send it back. Sending that one to Ohio. There's a lot of gold plate right in this particular socket. Gotta go back. Woo! Yep. 5 o'clock somewhere. What a day, what a day, what a day. Boy, what a boy. What a boy. Crumbling nerves here, buddy. So yes, this is 2-a-days. We run it on a Saturday and Sunday. 2-a-days for 2 weeks. Live. Is what they call me. Live is what they say. Already, Jewel. Yeah. See. Appreciate you coming through. Hey, it's deSz'e, and I am live for a reason, because we are actually cleaning a little bit of metal, recycling. Yeah, like them hand things. Awesome. I'm doing good. Doing great, thanks. Yeah, doing this twice a day at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the evening. And whether I feel good or bad, I'm doing it. I got one more week. One more week, and I'm up here cleaning metal. Cleaning metal, getting it ready for tomorrow. And I've got to do it. So yeah, thanks for asking. I'm doing great. It's a good time. As long as I'm living up to what I said I'm going to do, I'm good. If I don't do what I say I'm going to do, then that's when I get upset with myself. Because my mouth shouldn't be talking like, a mile a minute. I shouldn't be talking a mile a minute. Yeah, good to hear it. Yeah, now how about you? Yeah. What time zone are you in? I ain't gonna ask where you're from. It's Central Standard Time over here. Cast aluminum, 46 cents. Painted aluminum, clean, $1.09. Woo! I gotta get a bunch of this. I got like 160 bucks on these last week. Yeah. Oh, you're great. Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, we should connect. I'm gonna check into your page. I'll check into your page as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're making content and stuff like that. I like to see other people's lives and not lives, but life. Now that life is a technical term. Some say life. Love to see what other people are doing in their life. I'm learning. I'm finna pump up the language thing too. Okay, so one hour. Is that Pacific? That's Pacific then. That's Pacific. If I'm Central and you're Pacific, you're 1 hour late. 1 hour. 1 hour. He's always saying 1 hour late. Oh, I'm ahead of you. I'm behind you. I swear they all should be the same. Eastern, Central, and Pacific. They should all be the same. If it gets dark in your area before it's supposed to get dark. One world order where everybody watches TV at the same time. Yeah. Oh, you're in the Philippines? Okay, cool. Yeah, so in the Philippines, if you're talking about language, idioms, I want to know, what is it that y'all speak in the Philippines? And what does Filipino mean? Because Philippines spell different from Filipino, meaning the people, right? Okay, so what language do you guys speak? So I can study that. Because I see the MILSO, MILSO, or MLSO. Once you've said MISO, I'm trying to learn that. And PO, I was talking to a couple people like Jancy, DJV. She's in Canada, but she's Filipino. Yeah, so yeah, I need to learn that language. And I want to learn Mandarin and the Chinese. I want to learn French, German, Italian, Spanish, Swahili, French Canadian. I want to learn all these particular idioms too, and Latin. And I need to get these things Latin first. I need to get these things down because I'm going to travel. I'm coming to your city, coming to your town. Yes, I am. Jesse, it's gonna get down. I'm coming. I want to see all these countries and meet the people and perform. I'm a musician. Oh, okay. Yeah, Milso. I see some American friends trying to use that as like they know something, but I'm not gonna front. I'll say it every once in a while, but I am not gonna front. This is my radio identification. I'm deSz'e in the U.S. Trying to get my passport next. Got taxes to pay. And my child support is over with, so now I'm free to fly about the country, move about the cabin. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely, okay. But yeah, I definitely need to learn more languages. And it's going to be fairly quick. Because hopefully they give me accident forgiveness. I'm not waiting on forgiveness on the taxes. I'm getting my book work done, my paperwork done, and I'm ready to move about. Of course, I'll move about the United States a little bit more. I want to go to Hawaii, Guam, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, anything where it's American affiliated too. So 55, 56 states. 50 states, but then we got 5 to 6 more places that are under American affiliation. So I want to go see that. Yeah. And I want to be able to talk to people in the regular form, at least get past Buenos Dias and Guten Abend, or German, or even Milso. I want to get past that part. I need to know what, what's that the girl said? She said, what you mean, Po? So I know there's a broken English in the Philippines too, because they're mixing English up with their language. So that Po sounds like yo, P-O, P and O, Po. That sounds like a colloquialism. And I'm into language. If there's a book I need to read or a program I need to get, or if I got to pay for tutoring, I'm coming over there. I want to see what's going on. I want to see where I can help. I want to see what I can, what I can benefit from, and make this thing right. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that 5 o'clock thing is, meeting all these people on this thing. Learning and learn how to talk to people. I am drinking coconut water today, mixing it with my water, my electrolytes, orange juice, my ice. A little commercial for those guys. Yeah. Yeah, it is coconut water. This one's passion fruit juice, coconut water. So if I drink like coconut water straight across, coconut water is, ooh, it makes me like my mouth curl. But if you put some other flavors in there, I'm with it. Prime has coconut water, use electrolytes. It's all the different flavors, cherry, limeade, and all that stuff. So yeah, I do like that. Hey, I'm a local learner. Hey, girl. Yeah, that's the lady right there. It's Tracy's in the house. Tracy's local learners. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I like what Lashana said, but what she said to you yesterday, and I don't know if you were in the room, but if you're not going live, but if you're doing those premiere things, I think that's cool enough. If your video is showing and you're talking, anything, you're going to be there, that is cool. I think that's just as well as going live. It's just as good as somebody putting a green screen up and then talking. Yeah. They put a green screen up, but you're live talking, and you got a background going. Because some guys are coming through the green screen, and they're in there and they're talking, then they fall back and they fall into the background, and then the screen takes over the screen. As long as it's interesting, I thought your premiere was interesting. Yeah. I thought your premiere was interesting. I like it, but I don't like those people who do the virtual thing. I'm sorry, I'm not coming. Like you said the same thing. You said the same thing. I'm not coming to that. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's prayer or if it's songs or old videos, and I want something new, fresh. If I'm coming, I want to know it's a person behind the robot, behind the Wiz, the Wizard of Oz, the Wiz and the Wiz, the black version. And got the machine talking and the guys in the back talking. It was Richard Pryor and the Wiz. That was crazy. He was talking, you should do this, and yada rada. And then he was all by, he was in a little room controlling everybody from a big puppet. So yeah, so definitely, I like your thing, but you would have to keep doing premieres and stuff like that. I like that. Now I've done a premiere and people showed up. It's kind of short-lived, so the video. Now she was right about the video length. The video length probably has to go a little longer if you're gonna do it like that, because everybody's not gonna run to it. Even if I got my 5 o'clock 2-a-days where I'm doing this for 2 weeks, 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening, and or just in the 5th hour, people know I'm coming on at 5 o'clock. So that's how it goes. I'm in the 5 o'clock sector, and I come in, I try to do at least 30, 45 minutes to an hour. And at 6 o'clock, I'm winding it down. And I'm getting ready for the next, because I'm working, and I understand that I can't parallel myself to you. I'm somewhat parallel, because this is like my electric farm is what I'm using that analogy. My electric farm. You say you have to tend your animals, tend things that's going on. Something can break out in chaos, and you have to be hands-on. Same here. to some extent. A wasp can come in here right now. Yellow jacket, hornets, cat, dog, fox. I'm next to wildlife out here, and I have people, which is wildlife. People, a person could be honking the horn at the entrance, and I gotta go answer them because that's my money. They might be coming to help or coming to buy something or check out something that I posted, or somebody that owes me money, and I gotta handle that. So somebody honking at the horn, oh man, I gotta stop this, and I gotta go check on that, and because my money could be leaving and I depend on that money to keep this thing going. And all my things going with my electrical farm. And if I don't tend to it, or if I hear a sizzle, zzz, I got a light up here. This light here, this is that old light style, and I recycled those probably 7 weeks ago. And I went and picked all these lights up, and it's video essence. And they take these, it's the older fluorescent light, and I see why they gave them to me, because they've changed the law on light bulbs here in the U.S., where you can't sell the old incandescent lights. You can't sell them, you can't buy them, and if you do, that's against the law now. So now we got to have LED lights and such like that. All that's regulated. So, as with this, I got to have special lighting. And that, I see why that lighting was a problem. Because it just sticks in the socket. You got the socket there. And you stick it in. And that's all it holds it. There's no real screw in. You stick it in. And it holds. Okay? Any wind erosion or vibration will cause that light to move out of the socket. Or just a hair. And I hear it zzz, zzz, which is my trademark in music that I'll make. I'll put a zzz, deSz'e. I did that at the end of my songs back in the 2000s. So when I hear that zzz, I could go somewhere, go answer the door, or just be working, and I hear a zzz, and I better tap it or something, or I could have a mild fire and this can catch my place on fire. So I've got to be careful of that. So long as I've got the thing in the socket right, if it's in the socket wrong, it'll start burning the actual socket, thusly causing a fire. And that's why these people gave me that. I like the one because it has a hanger on it. And I can hang it up on one of those balance beams. So yeah. Yeah. Good for our hearts. Interesting. The new ones cause anxiety. Yeah. Whoa! You're right. Yeah. Yeah, they pushed us too far. They're pushing us too far. In one of my lives talking about the change of motors in box fans, ceiling fans, microwaves, shop vacs. Because, oh, okay. Yeah, what was the incandescent lights? Were at a B flat. I think they were B or B flat, a steady hum. Everything has a frequency. True. I was talking about that in 4 lives ago, talking about hip hop. What hip hop is about is about that 45, that low hip, hit you in the hip. That's what hip hop was about. And if you take it any higher and you're doing all these high registers, that's not hip hop. It's a whole people don't register with it. But when you hear that boom, that 808 boom, and as for lights in the studio, I'm very particular about the lights because that B flat that's casting almost subconsciously that everybody got the light bulbs and such. But it's a pleasant tone. B and B flat is a pleasant tone. Already, hey, V Enriquez. Ow! And I got to talk to your dad as well. I don't know if he remembers. But I mentioned a couple things, and I'm getting my music ready. So V, like one song, or one or two songs, I want you to just maybe introduce or even put a word in there, and also sing a little bit. I love your voice, V. Yeah, I love your dad's voice. Your dad is awesome, man. When I heard him singing the Scorpions, I was like, what? And I think he's fully Filipino as well, right? But someone of another race singing a song that well, I'm like, whoa, that's some heck of a range. So yeah. And you know V2, okay, cool, Tracy. Tracy, you all over the thing, boy. A lot of people know you. They be talking about you in other lives and such. But you are definitely a community type of person, and we need it. And we need friends. And what I like about your channel is that I'm learning. Every time I'm learning or, or seeing something I've never even seen before. The goldenrod and what was that? The other one, the dandelions. I said daffodils. But it was dandelions, I believe. I watched that seeding video like a couple times. I'm watching it again. Seeding plants. Because what did I do with my plants? I put it in there like I thought I knew what I was doing, and I don't. I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't see the small writing on the seed packaging. That bell peppers barely need an inch or a half an inch to germinate and grow. So I got to redo that because I need those bell peppers to cook, and I'm including that in my cooking side of my game. I'm just not doing a bunch of random things when I'm going to the thrift store. I'm getting shirts, long sleeve shirts for 50 cents. That's my uniform for doing what I do with the electric farm. So, and I'm gonna come out a video called Electric Farm because I have a lot of stuff. And thrifting. Okay, yeah, thrifting. Oh, I love thrifting. Yeah, you're right. I love it and you love it. We love it. I love LA. We love it. Yeah. So yeah, the thrifting is the that in the dollar store. Say one of them thing about one of the ladies I was in a relationship. She did not like going to the dollar store. She didn't want to go to no thrift store. She didn't want to do that. She didn't want to go to Salvation Army or Goodwill. She didn't want to go to places like that. It made her feel bad or something. And I kind of felt some kind of way about that. We're like, oh, come on. And it was a milestone in our relationship that I wanted to go to the dollar store. We were in the car together. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to go in. She didn't want to be seen with that. She's bougie. Bourgeois. And she didn't want to do that. And I was like, what's wrong with the dollar store? What's wrong with being around regular people? She thought she was on an higher level. And I'm right here. But I communicate with all of them. Because even the highest level is a connoisseur of good things and the lower foods and such like that. All in balance. So yeah, we definitely, I appreciate your V coming through. Tracy Local Learnings. My person here, that is a Julie, and I can't really enunciate the last part of that name. And I'm doing this 5 o'clock every day, Central Standard Time. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere, since we got all these time zones. Was at Hawaii when my parents went to Hawaii, or anybody that goes to Hawaii and they couldn't communicate back with me. The time zone is so freaking weird. And that's a part of America now. I'm like, wow, come on now. Let's just put it all at one time, and you just, hey, if it's 2 a.m. in Hawaii right now, then just say it's 5 p.m. Screw these time zones. Whatever time it is, everybody on one time thing. And if it's 2 o'clock in the night, then Jay, that's what it is. Just what was that? What was that guy? And Shine was talking about the time savings. Time savings. Just leave the time what it is. There's no need to shift the time. Leave the time what it is. If it gets dark 2 hours earlier, just leave it. There's no need to keep redoing it. That's stupid. That's stupid. Just leave it one thing the whole year. And we just deal with it. Quit changing the clocks. It's 3. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So, if you're in the Canada situation, and y'all have 3 time zones as well, then, right? So it should be parallel. So y'all right on top of us. It should be the same for Mexico. Going into Brazil, South America. Yeah. So it should be, yeah. That's why I said Worldwide AM this morning on the 5. It was my subject. Worldwide AM. And that means everybody wake up. Wake up and see what's going on. The calendar is off. Whoever made the calendar that we have to have leap year, stuff like that. The time change. Yeah, something's totally off. And I don't think we know. Not even to be religious, but quoting in Revelation, no man will know what time it is or what season. The seasons are getting messed up. I'm coming with my t-shirts, my little campaign, because we're in August now. Who knows what month this is really, man? Other than the solstice changing. But I am pushing for snow in the summer. Don't give us some snow. If Pikes Peak in Colorado, they got snow, people can ski. All the way to the Rockies, that is snow on those mountaintops. It could happen, anything could happen now. You saw the flood that happened in Texas. Anything can happen, or levees could break, like Louisiana. Anything could happen, and maybe they are messing with the poles that change the weather and stuff like that. Maybe they are messing with it. Maybe they're messing with it so much that it's messing up for real. And the ozone layer is being tore up. So all these particular things is happening. And these times can be rough for certain people. Certain people are going through heck and hell right now. Some people are getting just perfect weather. I do want to experience the midnight sun in Alaska, where they got mostly daytime all day. I do want to see this. I want to experience that. I'm a 24-hour type of guy. I need to lay down for like maybe 1 or 2 hours, and I'm back up. I'll get some REM sleep sometimes on 5-hour sleeps. But yeah, I think it's I'm playing like a game. And there's a movie that we got to come up with a movie on this. Yeah. And there's a movie, there's a book. Nobody's going to read the book, but there's a movie or a short film or short story. There's something about this. There's something about this. Things are changing. The insects don't even know when to come out anymore. That's messed up. Like I can take my shirt off right now and nothing flies. There are no flies. I got an open cup right here. I had food in my car, and I had food out, and there's no flies or gnats and nothing flying around on a regular day now. I'm like, where are the flies, dude? And then maybe like 1 or 2 will come out at like 9 p.m. right when the sun lets out. I think the sun is way too hot for them to be flying. It'll burn their intestines up. Crickets, grasshoppers are not jumping like they was, and some big grasshoppers out here. And the birds are flying, but some of these other, like skunks, they don't like daylight. But at nighttime, they're coming out at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had a family of skunks that would visit me every night around 11 o'clock this year and last year. But now they're coming at 3 o'clock. It starts cooling off at 3 o'clock now because of the earth warming. So yeah, we've got not just Houston, we got a problem. We got an actual problem for real, and it's climate change, and it's really doing it. So I do expect snow in July and August. And it can happen. I've seen it hail in July and hail in August. So that's just like snow to me. It's ice. Compacted ice, crushed ice, I'll say. And what we had, what do you got? Nickel size hail, quarter size hail, golf ball size hail, softball size hail. And oh my God, are we going to get to, soccer ball size hail? So I think anything is possible now. And it was busting out people's windows, damaging house roofs and all that. And your subscribers are looking the wrong way. I don't watch in real life, yeah. Yeah, hey, but I do watch the news. I do catch up with them. They just took Spectrum off the free television. That was kind of my channel, because they're kind of unbiased, but everybody's got a bias. Even with NPR, National Public Radio, or PBX, PBX, it's all the same. They're all the same conglomerate in different regions. With Trump taking their funding away, because they are biased to a sense. They really badgered him on his election, on his campaign. They were unbiased a little bit on the first one. The second one, they were so biased and such that, yeah, he pulled the plug on them. Now, so what we've got to have is a bipartisan or tripartisan or just an open forum. And I think Spectrum was cool. I think PBS is cool. And to a sense, I get to a part where I can't stomach them after a while. Even public radio or community radio, for that matter. I got certain shows I listen to on community radio. And sometimes it goes overboard and I can't stomach it. Or it's the same thing. They were so biased on community radio, I had to cut it down. They were all Democrat, period. And they were totally against anything Republican. I'm like, or anything libertarian. I was like, or any other party. I was like, y'all not supposed to, you're in radio, you're supposed to be open. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody can't be right. But some things is not always right just because you're something. Oh, I'm Episcopalian even in religion. So it's all these different things. And I've said this about even the rappers. Who's your favorite rapper? That can be tested. And oh, I only like spring. Well, we can't have spring without summer, fall, and winter. So, any rate, I'm gonna say I don't listen to any of it. Oh wow, any of it. And Gen X was on earlier. He was on the 5 o'clock a.m. and he was talking about how much he liked creating change. I love it because it's grassroots. It does go off the rails every once in a while. If you remember when Todd and Todd and Shine went at it head to head, it's like they were going to come to the screen at each other. It does get off the rail a little bit. Any particular show can. I could go off and start talking about this and turn off everybody, and so I try to keep it in the means. But anything could happen. Any show can go too far, and sometimes we let them go too far. I was gonna do a thing, and I have to say that about tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I used to listen to Louis Farrakhan every Sunday morning. It would come on this one station and got kicked off the air, and I'm not a follower of it. I'm not Muslim, but I like what he was saying. Certain things would make me like, for real? Oh wow, I've had the wool pulled over my eyes to where I'm like, oh my goodness, for real? Oh, open my eyes, where I am. Let me listen to what the man has to say. I don't believe everything he says. Neither do I believe everything the president, everything the prime minister or the pope or anybody. If it was Gandhi or Mother Teresa, I wouldn't believe any of them all the way, 100%. So there we are. Yeah, I missed those. Yeah. Oh yeah, you missed that. Yeah. So yeah, I had to speak on that. And I spoke on that yesterday with Lashana. And I said, even regional talk could turn somebody off. She said something about something, and I'm not, going to get in particulars, but you say something about a particular area, and you got your right to have your opinion. And I have a right to say my opinion because I might be there, or I might have been there, or I might have been on that particular political party, or I might have been in that religion at one time, or I might have been bisexual. I'm not even, trying to get into that. I don't know what you would call that. And whether you choose this or you choose that, or you're in the middle, or you do that. I might have been that or something, or I might have a certain bias on certain things. We all have biases, and we all got to get along. And like the song, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, somebody's having a drink, and it might be 2 o'clock to you, but it's 5 o'clock for them. They're enjoying themselves. They're letting their hair down. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be in California with the earthquakes. I wouldn't want to be in plain land for tornadoes. I wouldn't want to be on, the Florida side of the game, on the whole other side, where they've got the typhoon type stuff. In Japan, they got typhoons. We got the thing that comes up on the water. The water comes into the land. You got, everybody has something. And some things are just mixed up in the Midwest. You got all kind of stuff. So it's all kind of things. And you got places like Hawaii, which is supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be perfection. And it's not. Jamaica is not. Virgin Islands is not. Cape Town is not. Ivory Coast is not. Certain times of the year, nature strikes. And there's nothing you can do about it. So certain things you notice, yeah, there are certain things about it. And I would love to chase the weather, because in the summer I would usually leave. I wouldn't be in southern states in August when I had, more lucrative money. I would go to Chicago because they're starting their fall in August. And it's cool, it's chill, And at night, you got to wear a coat. Um, Even in the summer on the beach in California, I've got to put a coat on. I can't take it. That lake, that ocean cool front, and then the lake cool front in Chicago is enough. And, Lake Ontario, Lake Placid. At night, I can't stand myself around Lake Erie. I can't stand myself with those lakes. That cool air that comes. Whoa! It's like winter to me. So yeah, in Canada, you can find. Oh wow, or home. Wow. Yes, and it's good that they do this right now. With this communication thing, that we're learning from each other. Hey, what up now, Jimmy James? Oh, not Jimmy Jones, but Jimmy James. I'm digging it, man. Jumping. John Jr. the third. Well, okay. Yeah, I like that name. That's all those J's. That's dope. 4 J's. 4 J's. What's up? Good to meet you, man, as well. And Tracy's just saying hi as well. Welcome. I'm using that say so. Welcome in, friends. Kenny K. I'm using all those particular things, saying hey, hi, howdy, and all that. Yeah. This is 5 o'clock, and I'm doing 5 o'clock for 2 weeks. 5 o'clock in the a.m. Central Standard Time, and then I'm doing 5 o'clock in the evenings. I'm just come on for an hour or so, and just to talk, as well as promote recycling. I'm into recycling. I've been asked to go to Alaska to recycle and to recycle things, to recycle for the state. The state has a problem with recycling because the people, they're getting their taxes and they're buying new TVs, throw the other one away. They'll get a new TV in 6 months, get a new dishwasher in 6 months. Where's all this plastic and trash and wood and food and all that? Because they got so many kids allowed that they can claim on their taxes, and the government gives them money to keep their lifestyle going, taxable for each kid, or the tax write-offs and all that stuff like that. So where's all this stuff going? And you can't keep throwing it in the ocean, or you got to get ice road truckers in conglomeration with airplanes, cargo planes, to move all this waste from Alaska to bring it to other places, either Russia or Canada or United States. So where's all this stuff going? And they need a solution. I do have a solution, but me being a small fish in a big pond, I want to help them. And I had the guy's number, and he stayed right across the street. He was going back to Alaska. He traveled back and forth. Maybe the law of attraction will allow me to see this guy again. I got it on some kind of paper somewhere. So I'm going through all my stuff. I have so many papers. But as I was going to talk to some of the big guys to work with me on this project, a 333 project, where this person's in this, and this company's in this, and this company. I went to those meetings as well when they had their convention. Lost their connection, but I will find I had to do security for them. But I met a lot of big head people that can come together. This guy has tractors. This guy has human resources. This guy has scientific facts about something. Put those three together and we can tackle something. But when I went to the big companies, to I go to the head dude. I went to 2 or 3 head persons and had a meeting with them. Head people of scrapyard. One scrapyard tried to take the whole company away from me. They tried to take the whole connection from me. The other company, they pointed me to other companies and tried to help me. So it's like big fish eats the little fish. And I was like, man. But I want to facilitate this whole project together with them. I don't want to just give you the project. Here, you take it. Don't give me nothing from it or whatever. I'm not like that. I want a piece of it. The guy noticed me recycling in the neighborhood on a constant basis. I showed up, I helped the trash men out, waste management people, with their problems. Because they don't pick up batteries, car batteries, which the acid will get smushed and the acid will burn a hole through the bottom of their trucks. That's a lot of repair. Tires, they don't take tires. They don't want refrigerators. Refrigerator has compressor in the middle of it. And if they're squashing compressors together, it causes friction and causes the truck to catch on fire. So those kind of things, I'm the guy that helps with that. As what other guys are. They might have bigger trucks or flatbeds or trailers that can help with the situation. Me, I was trying to connect with Alaskan situation, talk to the officials, talk to the company that's doing all the construction there, because Alaska has grown a lot. And so with that waste problem, I would have to talk to ice road truckers. And that's a whole nother, they made a TV show about that, because you're dealing with strategy, and it's suspenseful what those truckers are going through. You got to make a choice if you're going up that hill with that 18-wheeler and that squiggly road, and dealing with the ice, on how much ice is on the road, the chains on your tires. Yeah. Already, yeah, it is awesome. I wish I had the guy's number still, because I wouldn't mind relocating to Alaska, for a job, because I relocated to Illinois for a job, to Arizona, or different parts of the United States for a job. I do want to go back to Germany, and I do want to go to see what this Philippines is. I want to go to Guam. I want to go to Turkey. If Turkey would let me in. China would let me in. They got so much strict rules, and they play a little different game than what we do. Turkey and China, Saudi Arabia, North Korea, those kind of things. And somebody said something yesterday in the chat, talking about nobody's talking about North Dakota. Nobody. What's going on? There's nobody even tweeting from there. Nobody's saying anything from North Dakota. South Dakota, but nobody says nothing about North Dakota on social media. I'm like, oh my God, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like North Carolina and South Carolina. I'm like, wow, there's, Wyoming. So yeah, we got Rhode Island. And I like Rhode Island because there's such a small state, and places like Italy and stuff, it's more traditional. It's traditional things that's happening in these smaller countries and smaller. Singapore, you don't see a lot of people saying nothing from, hey, I'm from Singapore. No, and they're the most traveled country of all the countries. All their people have traveled everywhere. And they have poverty level of almost 0. 0.5 is the poverty level there. They got it together, where their health care and all that stuff is, everybody is in the system, and you're in school till you get a trade, period, because they want to keep everything right. Somewhat of Dubai is kind of those kind of rules, because they don't play over there. You drop something on the ground, you're going to jail. There's no littering. There's no outside smoking, and nothing like that. Yeah. It was all ice and snow when we left for yeah, okay, interesting. From Vancouver. And the truckers, yes. Convoy. Yes. Yeah, that's a wild thing. That's a wild thing. So yeah, Canada, y'all got to deal with it too. In the upper states, dealing with that ice road trucker is a serious thing. You got to pay extra for those loads. So I would have to do some serious networking, and get some serious grants, some grant writing, and some serious donations to facilitate the capital, some capital investments to facilitate that, because the scrap does make money, but it's like almost a tenth of the value, depending on how volatile and how, the market is volatile, period, and how lucrative the market is at that time or any given time. So you would have to have a good return on the materials: plastic, paper, corrugated paper, cardboard, and the magazines, books, clothes, hemp, cotton. All these particular things are recyclable, and saran wrap, shrink wrap, foam, plastic foam. All these things are recyclable. So if I set up thing and I'm, a fulfillment center, and then ship it out to where it makes a decent penny, then it kind of helps itself. Maybe I could do that. But they would need my expertise on how to break things down, because I think I'm very good at this now. There's some things I don't know, but on a major scale, when it goes to minor and major, I think I know a lot now. I've learned so much. Since 25 years of doing this, and I'm third generation scrapper. So, yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like what I'm doing too. Some people don't like it. My counterpart, she hated it. When I left corporate America, because I was the computer guy. I used to know all this stuff, like y'all know on this. Technology just took off. I barely know how to do. I couldn't type a word in the chat right now. I still got to learn. And I couldn't time out anybody if I wanted to. I can't make anybody a moderator. I can't do nothing, because I can do it, but I don't have time, because there's so much stuff happening with this scrap, and I'm helping other companies with their problems, other cities with their problems. I know the code inspectors, the city managers, the property managers, the mayors, the police, chief of police, the judge. I know all the people that work in the municipal court. I'm a high guy. I speak to all of them. So I'm trying to, and that's a community in itself. Once was a member of Chamber of Commerce in 2 cities. So I got to get those memberships going back again. Those subscriptions, they got subscriptions at the city. So yeah. Okay, real talk. So we noticed that there's a problem with these particular neighborhoods and communities, whether it's littering, trash pickup, trash regulations, recycle day, what goes in the recycle bin, what they really have a problem with. So yeah, we can recycle these, but then all the stuff that's on the inside and all the debris. Let's say somebody put a whole cup of chocolate and taffy in one of these cups. That ruins the cup. That ruins the recyclability of that particular cup. So, and if we brought back incinerators, I was there in the incinerator days. I worked at a drugstore. My grandfather had me working at a young age, and I was at a drugstore. Had a drugstore chain. A Jewish family owned it, and they took care of me. And it was definitely an incinerator, but the rules to the incinerator was not good. Of course, pollution going up into the sky, which probably broke some of the atmosphere at the time. But then again, certain things can burn and not ruin the atmosphere. So maybe we would bring incinerators back, but then still you have dumb butts putting the wrong thing in the incinerator. They would be putting, the POP plastic and HDMI plastic in there, which casts the scent of a chemical changes. Some things are not supposed to go in the incinerator, and I remember doing that, and certain people would just throw anything in the incinerator. You could throw a body in the incinerator, and God forbid, that, but anything could happen in the incinerator. It was just enough room to put anything in there, even a refrigerator. And if it didn't burn or crisp, you just keep burning it, and you hit the thing, and it would just keep burning, and eventually it would incinerate into nothing, nothing but film. And then you pull the filter out the bottom of it and clean that filter out, and that would go in the trash. So compacting at a different rate. So yeah, this has been fun, and I'm gonna say this: I appreciate everybody coming through. This was cool, Tracy. I love talking to you. This was cool. I've got maybe one or two people on here that I've got their actual phone number, and I'm not gonna bother nobody when I got your phone. If I got your actual phone number or your website where we can actually, because I'm building my website. If you see on my banner, it says Immaculate, abbreviated works. I don't have a .com. I have a .works. So indeed, I'm going to be doing a lot of things on there. I'm going to do another one, .com, just because people just won't come to a .net or a .co or they won't come. So to get in contact with people, because if this goes down, all our communication, all the stuff that we built up, or you get what Anthony My Time said, they're demonetizing channels now. So you lose all your connection and nobody can say nothing. You're gonna make another one. The one girl, the one guy, even Farrakhan have gotten banned from this. They cannot broadcast on YT, Facebook, or Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called, or they're banned from these channels because their views are so risque and against the game plan or the game, or against anybody. If you're against women, or you're against animals, or you're against wildlife, they'll ban you. Or if you're against the status quo, you're against the leader of the country or the leader of another country, you're banned. Freedom of speech is something, but somewhat it's a cliche, it's a box. It's a catch-22 and it's a box. So I kind of agree with the email list. I definitely agree with the email list. It's more personal, and YT has become a lot more personal than it has been before. Yeah. And even though there was a group called the System, and they better not talk about politics. If you talk about politics, and you're gone. You're done. You're done. You remember they had when we went through the thing, the 3-year thing, and the whole world was under lockdown, and you couldn't say the words, and you had to say something different. And they changed the word of, somebody being deceased or being harmed. You had to say unearthed or unalived or whatever. They changed. This is all part of this whole thing. It's all the same thing. Of course, you got to have ethics, because the earlier days of YouTube was the Wild Wild West. It was anything. Anybody could do anything. I went live. What was that? 6 years ago? 7 years ago? When they first did the live, I went live and I just took a run or whatever, and just running with the camera and doing my 2 miles in the morning. I was doing 3 miles at night, and I was in shape for real. But they took that live system off and they brought it back with regulations, because it is the Wild Wild West. Tiny Chat was like that, and other platforms. You give somebody an inch and they will go 17,000 miles with it. So there has to be some kind of rules. Oh, here come the mosquitoes. Hey, mosquitoes. I was talking to them last night when they came in at 3 o'clock. But yeah, so definitely the whole solstice is off right now. I do wonder about the plants. Maybe the plants aren't growing like they used to. And I saw that you had a couple of issues with plants not blooming at the time, or maybe coming back the next season. Some things out of season. I'm thinking about doing a hydroponics system where I have the lighting. I have the lighting. I had it on this morning, but boy, it was burning me up like the sun, simulated sun. And then when I came back around here and I saw the new light bulbs, the LCD light bulbs that they got, and it was daylight, that light bulb was just as bright. It looked like it's like a other bright. It's a different bright. And I agree with you about it messing up our thought process and our equilibrium, our cognitive skill is being altered by these LCDs. Of course, you know, with the old monitors, the emissions would come off the screen and fall right there, and fall right there, and the emissions would fall straight off the screen into the floor, which, you know, I don't know if that was cancer or whatever you call it. I don't know what was happening, but those TVs lasted forever, and we lasted. But emissions coming off the screens, and if you're working, you had people that had eye problems with the old monitors. Then now they're flat monitors, and you heard maybe Guy was talking about that yesterday or the day before. He has to detox from being close to the TV screen and all that computer equipment doing the show, and he has to get away from it and just telephones, cell phones, and all that. So I have naturally kind of made my way. Now, I was on YouTube almost every day for almost 4 or 5 months. I was on there or Twitter or whatever and doing all that stuff and Ustream. And I had to detox. I had to pull back. And I like Twitter. Twitter was a program, was kind of like an automated posting system where they would post it for you, set your thing up. Kind of like what Restream and StreamYard is doing. Or you can schedule your stuff and it'll do it for you and say, hey, just saying hi to everyone, and a bot or whatever. It wouldn't be regular, but anyway, I did kind of like that, but a little bit, but I didn't want to be too much of a robot. So any rate, but I heard the guy talking about that detox from all these electronic equipment, as well as wearing your phone in the shirt pocket, your wallet. There's a Titus or something where you put the wallet in your back. Men get it. Men get it because we've been putting our wallets in our back pocket all the time. I put my wallet in my front pocket. And then I had my cell phone in my one pocket. And I swear that I know it affects you. The first cell phones, I believe there was more damage being done on the first cell phone than they're doing on the next ones, the smartphones. Because I'm telling you, some days I hear the phone vibrating on my left leg. That's where I used to always put my phone. And I feel that phone vibrating. I'm thinking somebody's calling me. I'm like, I don't even have the phone on me. That's from I always having that cell phone in my pocket, because I used to have 2 cell phones at all times, almost at all times. And I was like on the email because I was trying to get connected with everybody in the early days of the internet. So yes, electro culture. Yes, but I've seen part of the garden. So I need to see what you're talking about, this electro culture thing. I need to see that. So I watched all the weed videos. I watched number 5 and 2. I watched those both twice. And I watched 3 again. Really? Wow. Sticky Willie detoxes. Heavy metals from my bodies. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So some girl thought my thing was not going to work because I'm working with a lot of TVs. But I think I've been exposed to so much that I didn't know I was supposed to have gloves on or a hazmat suit on, and steel-toe boots, and I've had musty gas wounds all over my body. I've been cut in so many different ways, lacerated. The last month, lacerated. Should have went to the doctor, but I healed myself and put saline and benzoyl peroxide, alcohol, and put this finger back together. And I swear, I do have some electrical tendencies, because I can walk next to a TV and I'm watching TV and I move one way and it snow, and I move back the other way, hey, I went back to our regular programming. And I can see that I'm electrocharged. I am totally electrocharged. So I'm very conscientious about what position I'm in, how much time I'm spending with this stuff, and I try to get into nature and ground myself. I'm into, I went in the field today and just went out there and just to feel the grass and such. I don't care if the chiggers are biting and stuff. And but yeah, kind of alert about the copperhead snakes and all the snakes coming out at this season. And they're looking for water and cool places to be. And I've seen a lot of lizards and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get some of that nature in me. That's why I like to come up north, get out of the big city. I like to go out in the suburbs or the country parts of this area that I can actually. I like Mexico because it's not developed all the way. Certain parts are. I did not go to Mexico City, but right after Juarez is other little small towns. I like that kind of country style thing. It's just dangerous over there now. I like some parts of Illinois that's not developed. Who owns all that land? Is that eminent domain? So yeah. I gotta let my eyes focus a little bit. And I find, Tracy's, when you did the, one more thing, when you did the dried, where you dry out the stuff, dry out the fruit, you said, what would you like to have? Oh, dehydrate. Dehydrate. I would love to do oregano. And I had a producer friend, a rapper friend that actually was doing his own spices. He would do his own peppercorn, his own oregano, his own such and such spice, orange pepper, his own lemon pepper. He was making his own stuff out of his backyard. And I was like, that's pretty freaking cool. I wasn't on it then, but now I'm on it. And if anything, I would do oregano. When I just noticed when I eat oregano, I'll put oregano on my stuff, or turmeric. My sight and vision and everything, my senses come alive a little bit more. It's like a superpower. I can read small print. Because when I'm reading, like, a book or something like that, and I've had oregano, I can read everything. So, yeah, and I'm learning something about that. I share that with my son's mother. She's like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, okay, well, nobody said this before. But only when I do that, when I do have oregano, and I love Italian food, and I love making it because I am putting oregano in there, and I love maybe eating my eggs with turmeric. It makes the smell just crazy great, and I feel like I'm getting something that I need in my body. So all those particular things, onions, I love onions, all kinds of onions, all kinds of peppers. I'm eating that. I gotta go get some habaneros, and the Hispanics, the Latinos, they have a section in their grocery store where they've got the fruit up here. But down here, it's just a folder. It's just a folder on the top, because you'll have the fruits up here. And I did buy Boogie Time's book. But it's just a folder up here. But right here, it's like slats of nothing but dried peppers, or dried, like you're saying, the dried out stuff. Then what did I see when I went to go try to get a taco the other day? And she wasn't out there. Yeah. She's got a whole bunch of peppers on the top of her truck hood with a towel laid out. A towel stretched out on her hood with a whole bunch of peppers, a mound of peppers, just cooking in the sun. So there is a science that most Americans don't know, but coming from Mexico and other countries, they got some talent up on us, especially with the different things that they're doing, the different cooking styles and methods that they do. And she didn't speak much English, but I know that was what she was doing, was drying those peppers out. And her tacos were beautiful. It was a beautiful taste. And she said, how many tacos you want? At $5, I was like, I'm only gonna get one right now. Let me taste it and see what it tastes like. So by the time I left out of the parking lot, I was like, this is a tasty taco. And these are natural ingredients. So natural ingredients do make a difference, not just straight out the can. I got some hacks with, I got a lot of hacks for hunger pains when it comes to canned goods. You don't have a heater or a percolator. Dehydrate everything, even, whoa, really? Raw eggs and meat? Okay, interesting. Okay. Now, is this something tribal? Is this something that you learn from pedagogy? From like older people? That, you know, family handed down secrets? Because I know Italians have certain things that they do. Germans have their thing. They're drinking, they even give the kids beer at an early age. You can drink beer over there, and they drink a different stout beer. Oh, wow, okay. So this is where, so that's good to know, because I'm noticing it. Because I go to Wally World, we call it Wally World. Wally World Dad. So yeah, I'm a Chevy Chase fan. That was a good movie. The first one. Second one's okay. First, Holiday Road was off the chain. Vacation. And that told you in that movie that it was different cultures, different ways of doing things. Even when they got to their cousin's house, it was a different lifestyle. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saw the one drying out. And at the end you said, what's your favorite one that you would dry out? And that stuck on my mind for like almost 2-3 weeks. I'm like, man, and it came to me while I was driving. I was like, oregano, I want to do oregano, and I want to do peppers like the other nationalities are doing. I'm telling you, American, the mainstream American inner city, I swear, it's a whole nother culture, because they're away from Earth. They might have, now you got people doing stuff on this platform. Now they're showing you, yeah, I can do this I can have a garden in my garage. I can have a garden on my patio. I live in an apartment. I got a garden on my balcony. I got a garden in my closet. There was one commercial that all you had to do was add water and stuff, and it was a hydroponic set, and just fed off of water and light. And they took that off the air. They didn't want people growing your own stuff. So I don't know how true it is with Monsanto and all these different things and them changing the seeds and all that. But all this practice that you're doing is helping. It's helping somebody like a city slicker. They're looking at you like, man, I ain't finna do all that. But a person like me, I'm trying to do that. Because that's what my grandfather and my great-grandfather was doing. My great-grandfather is the one that had the farm, like you. He had cows. He had horses. I love riding the horses, but I was scared I'd get trampled by them. But I rode the horses. We fished. He had the pond. He had the chickens. They had fresh eggs every morning. Um, had pig. Pig was filthy as all outdoors. He was out there, but he was good eating. Boy, the bacon was the best bacon I ever had in my life. Everything, ham hocks, everything from that pig was used. And he fed his pigs good. And it wasn't just grass fed. That man fed those animals. And those cows, that milk was good. Steaks were good. Everything was good. And he sold some. He would raise them and sell. And he would actually keep some. He had one he was personally connected to. And it was just like everything was just, man, what a day, what a time and day in America. Now they regulate you from doing anything like that in the inner city or the outskirts, the suburbs. They've got all these bylaws where you can't do that. And then they've got a rule now, I think in most major cities, where you can't have more than so many plants. So yeah, but those traditional things that you're talking about, those traditional things and those the pedagogy of what people have shown each other how to, and even the barter system of trading. How you get low on sugar, go over there next door to Mrs. Jenkins' house and give her these 2 cups of sugar. Tell her I want a cup of flour and some ginger root. What? I remember doing this for my grandmother, my great-grandmother as well, and they would have so many resources that we all traded. It wasn't really, you only go to the store for 1 or 2 things, but that was it. And they not spending nothing, and they had credit at those stores because things costed. Yeah, I remember those days, and I remember penny candy and all that stuff when it was half a cent to get something. And you can get so much for a penny or a dime. If you had $1, you was kind of looked at as you had some money. But the essentials of the farm life, growing and raising livestock, or even with fish and harvesting and all that, and trees and plants and gardens, and not just fruits and vegetables, the mints and all that, the annuals, the perennials, all that stuff makes sense. The trees, the hammocks between the trees where you can rest in the shade, making fresh lemonade from lemons, sugar cane, sugar, all that, man. This stuff has become dang near exotic. It's like, so yeah, we got to get back to the basics, and I think that with our politicians as well, some of them are out of touch, but we do have to get back to making our own stuff again. We cannot export everything out, because now the people are dumb, and now we don't even know how to sew our own shirts or make our own shirts. I watched the quilting show, not the quilting show, but the sewing show on PBS. I watched that. I watched the yoga thing. I watched This Old House on PBS, showing them how to, build a house. I always wanted to build my own house, so I want to design it myself. I don't like the cookie cutter houses that they're building. The house I had built with me and my first wife, she's the only wife. My ex-wife, I don't say it like that. My ex-friend built from scratch. And the way they built it, by the time they finished it, it still had bricks that were fragile, we had to have it repaired. Certain cracks in the frames and stuff like it was just, they put it up too fast. But 30 guys working on a house at one time, and we were supposed to move in July, and we ended up moving in May. I'm like, come on, y'all went too fast. My money wasn't even ready for you. But anyway, when we're talking about cultural things that we're missing today. and we got to get back to it. The ozone layer is depleting. We cannot stop it. They're building more jets. They're building more machines, and now there's more machines that won't even have people on them. The grass still grows, tree still grows. The asphalt jungle is a definite example of this. And all these planes in the air. But yeah, I'm looking at all these cars, electric cars, maybe not less emissions, but then you got to have the batteries. Where are the batteries being stored? The batteries emit frequency and chemicals. Exide got challenged by the EPA about the battery factory that they had. They just had a bunch of batteries that they did, and all the people around were having headaches and coming up sick for years. And they finally moved that battery plant out of here, and because those batteries, too many batteries in one place and sitting there, emit something. So you're talking about TVs and all that stuff like that, radios and all that. We got to go back to the original stuff. We got to go back to the original stuff. We got to go back to Jamaica. That's why I love that song, because I thought it was going back. And look at Jamaica now. It's almost still the same. We got resorts. But then the people that live in those jungles, it's still the same. It's still third world style. And maybe that's a good thing to keep some of that, but the diversification among the distribution of the money and the funds is not there. Same thing I see in the Philippines. It looks like Jamaica to me. The pictures I'm seeing of Junibel and Laika and all these people over there seem like they're in that same thing. But I do appreciate them showing what they're going through, because they've got the fancy area and they can't afford it. But I have seen a girl, what's the girl's name? Jenny or something like that. I think I'm named after this. She's a good talker. But I've seen her live in a straw hut, no bigger than the scene right here. But it's a straw hut, take a bath, cook, wash her clothes in a pan, a bucket, by hand, pick something out of the garden or whatever. So yeah, and then I see the super chats kept coming in, and now she lives in an apartment where she can still wash her clothes, and I think it's an electrical problem, kind of like Mexico, where the electric grid is not really built right, and the solar power is not in bigness. Same thing in Africa, in some parts of Africa. Some parts of Africa is so colonized and so advanced that they'll beat any U.S. city or state by a mile. So Egypt and all those things are going way past what we're doing. So at any rate, there's something to the cultural situation, and we got to get back to that. So definitely. And as with recycling, people ask me, what am I doing with this? What am I doing with that? Especially when the plastic tray got changed. I had to change up my style. And I had to use some of this stuff and turn it upside down and turn it into a flower pot. Turn it into lining for the garden to where it's not going to dissolve. So I'm just going to, cut it or melt it into the right way to make it, form it, to make my dividers in the garden, stuff like that. So I'm into turning things around from what I'm doing. Some clothes can be used as something else too. It's all kind of uses for everything. People throwing wood in the trash. We had a wood shortage for a while. I'm like, whoa, they just threw away some perfectly good 2x4s, or some panel wood, or some particle wood, or some plywood. Yellow pine #2 wood. So yeah, but I will be looking into your video on planting again because I've made some mistakes. The broccoli is still growing. The broccoli is. The cauliflower kind of passed out, so I got to redo the cauliflower side. The peppers, they never came up. I buried them I put them too low. I put them out there, I'm thinking maybe 2 inches, 3 inches deep. So some things are topical, and I understand that. Just like cooking. Some people want to cook and put the seasoning in the oil or whatever. Some people put the seasoning on the stuff and then put it in the light oil. Some people put pepper while they're cooking. No, pepper is like if you're baking or grilling or broiling or something like that, pepper will make that item sweat. But some things are topical. So yeah, so I'm learning, and I appreciate you coming through. I counted it down. This was the bonus section. We were good. It's good conversation. I love it. I just don't want this to stop. I want it to keep going. I'll say what I want, because I want it to keep going. And God forbid anything happens to this internet thing that we built, this Tower of Babylon that we have built where everybody's speaking the same language. But I'm fixing to learn these other languages. I'm about to get ready to travel and go to these other places. I hope Canada lets me in. I do have a mark on my card from drinking, and but I'm still good. I'm not a convicted felon. I'm good. So I hope they let me come in and at least perform a song, at least record or something, or trace my ideas with Tracy Local Learning, or my man Shine Dig. And I got a couple other friends in Canada. My man who does the show on Sundays, the black guy that does the show on Sundays. What is he? Can't even think of the name of it, but he does music. He's an engineer type guy, production guy. But he tells about the differences. And they still got a Radio Shack. Say y'all still got a Radio Shack there. You know, probably a franchise owner that still owns it. But we don't have Tandy Radio Shack here in the States at all. All that's gone. And Fry's Electronics, those are my favorite little stores. But they sold diodes and capacitors and stuff that you could build your own ham radio if you wanted to. You can build a model flying plane. You could build, you know, different things. So I will save some of the things that you said in this chat to learn. Yeah, to learn what you were talking about with the electro thing. I'll look at that particular video as well. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and I gotta pay a little bit of that too. So they will get me, I can get my visa and get out and enjoy the States. I can move about the country all I want to. But when it goes to, what was I on probation at one time? And I was on deferred adjudication, so I don't have a charge. I have deferred adjudication on a lot of my charges. They lowered my levels and stuff like that because I don't have a record of being any criminal thing. But definitely, I thank God for that. Knock on wood for Michael, whatever this is. But definitely, I want the chance to see the world again. I should say that before that thing happened, and then they closed all the borders. I thought that would never happen, that they would take it away and couldn't go to church or nothing no more. So, yeah, those days, that was crazy. And I watched some of those movies. It's just horrid that they were predicting this, and it happened. And they're predicting something else, and it's going to happen too. But as we see famine and flooding in the Cambodia or Philippines or Mexico or parts of South Africa, you see that, or Taiwan is not the richest. You see those things and those kids working on these things that we love to use. Underage kids working in the slave trade, sex trafficking, all this stuff is going on. So you see all these things going on, and you wonder why we can't. We're all at unrest somewhat. And we can't all be just under a social thing, because let's say that's communistic or whatever. Everybody gets the same shoes, or everybody gets the same shirt, everybody gets health care, and everybody, yeah, I feel you somewhat. But if you apply for that and you're in those rural areas where we can have local farmers and such like that, and maybe some things can change in the future. I'm hoping so. But I'm gonna learn some things from you. I love looking at your stuff. Uh, uh, I love looking like how you present yourself as well. So I enjoy watching you. I really enjoy talking to you, interacting with you. It's really cool. DJ V, we were laughing on the internet the other night in the chat. Just, it wasn't even no music playing. We were just tripping. Guy put up, I think she played 99 balloons, and the dude put up a lot of balloons like you do in the chat when you put up emojis. He put up the balloons, and I counted 74. I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning here. So I'm like, I'm counting the balloons, and it's like, that's 74 balloons. You need so many other balloons to make it 99. And he puts up the remainder of the balloons, and we laughed for almost dang near 30 minutes. I'm like, boy, and I'm up here counting balloons, balloon emojis in the chat. Boy, that was crazy. That was crazy right there. So I'm enjoying talking to people. This is cool. If you remember Sprint with the dime lady, the dime, or the long distance calls, it went to a dime, and now we got free this, and every cell phone can call any country. Only you got to pay for roaming fees, but this here beats roaming fees. This is awesome. Yes, this is Spinal Tap. The movie. This is Hot Dog, the movie. This is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This is Animal House. This is Breakfast Club. This is a Hughes movie. This is epic. This time is epic. This time we have broke the code. So we must capitalize on this and connect with each other even more than this. Well, what is it? Fishy Things. Fishy Things is my model. That's my leader right now. You're my leader on information on agriculture and animals and stuff. And also, what's the name? Led Farmer. I like Led Farmer. He goes off on a tangent every once in a while, but Led Farmer's got a lot of information. And he goes to his region, his zone. I just found out there's a zone to every part of the world. A zone that things grow a little bit better in. So he's in that upper echelon closer to Canada. So he's on his thing. I love it. Sometimes he goes off on a political tangent or a social tangent. He'll go off because somebody's doing this, and people are paying attention to stuff that don't matter on this thing. And they're not trying to learn. Some people not trying to learn this stuff. But this is a great time to learn, and I'm going to learn these languages. I'm going to learn more instruments. I'm going to learn more farming techniques. I'm going to learn more how to deal with animals more so. I'm going to learn with building and carpentry and getting ready to buy a plot of land, real estate. I want to know the real estate game to where I can get a plot of land and actually zone the right way and be able to live on that particular part of land, and maybe in different areas. I don't want just one house. I want house on the West Coast, house on the East Coast, house up north, house down south, a house in another country, a house in another country, where it's, not a timeshare, just something where I can relax and say, yeah, I need to get out of here, or hey, I just want to go to Barbados, or I want to go to Bangladesh and hang out for a month, or stay there for 2 months and not have to worry about it. Oh, my money's about to run out. That's how I was when I was in LA or California, San Diego. San Diego is kind of expensive, more so than LA. San Francisco, I got to get there. I haven't been to San Francisco. I haven't been to Richmond, but I was in San Francisco I mean, in San Diego, LA, Marina Del Rey, stuff like that. Florida, Tampa, been to Fort Lauderdale. I've been to Tallahassee. I've been to all these different places. Certain places are more expensive to stay in. And when my running runs low, I don't feel right. I'll be like, oh no. And as of reinventing my recycling thing, that I could recycle some things and take it and still have some money to suffice if my money ran low or something, or I want to buy something extra that I didn't budget for. But I definitely want to get into knowing where a place is, how it is, maybe purchasing some land or sharing some land or helping somebody with their particular rent or leasing or mortgage or payments that they're making, or helping out with something to where I can come and let my hair down and relax. I got one friend that does recycling as well. He's a little older than me, and he grows plants, and I buy okra and stuff. Oh, I gotta get okra and watermelon is in him. He said the water, it's rained so much here and it messed up a lot of his crops. So he'll take off for maybe a month and a half. And I asked his son or his cousin or his nephew, I said, where's my man? He's like, oh, he's in Florida. He's been in Florida for the last month. You can just take off and go to Florida? He's retired. But he can take off to Florida and just go chill for a minute, huh? Yeah. I'm doing something wrong. Of course, I'm not in corporate America no more. So I have to make my own retirement plan and devices that work, systems that work for me. So I've got to get to those other countries, and I'll find a country that I like, and I will put some stock into it. Sweet, yeah. Yeah, I got to double up like LaShawn Success said. You want it? Put the work in. Yeah, and I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I can't just say I want to go to. I enjoy going to Mexico. A couple times I enjoy going to Mexico. I do feel bad for their economy. I do like getting a good deal. A deal that I couldn't refuse. I'm like, oh my goodness, brand new tennis shoes are like $5-10. They cost $100 and some over here. That blows my mind. But the people are suffering behind their government. So I'm like, that's where I feel guilty by buying something over there, or an accordion, or a keyboard or something, or a guitar. Over there, it's pennies on the dollar. I'm like, what is this? What is going on that this is so low and it's so high in the States? So I feel bad about that, but as for living quarters, as long as I'm safe, I think I can do that. And that's what I want to do. I do want to move to certain places, and so be it. Whoever hears this, I do want to move to certain places and be able to call it my domicile and say, hey, I can stay there and let my hair down and chill, speak the language, talk to the people help me, and there's no guilt feeling. I'm not just living off the hog. A lot of people are moving to these places because it is that. The economy's upside down. And look what I can do. I can buy 15 of these now, 13 of these, and I got 17 houses, and I'm only paying $100 a month. I feel you. No, that's not. I'm not going to exploit them. I'm going to make something out of it. And I got to get some cups with, scrap TV or cooking style, or get some cooking aprons with the name on it, and stuff like that. And I will promote other people's stuff as well. So Tracy, if you got some gear coming, I know Mock is probably on or might be off by now. I've been watching Mock's channel once she's in Hawaii. Been watching her these last few Saturdays, and I don't know, she looks at her analytics, but I be in the background listen to it. Sometimes I cannot listen. So sometimes, Tracy, when I don't respond or you say, hey, Des, like the other day, I had to type your name in. Now, this particular phone has a message where it actually records the name. Now I can hit that and it pops the name. On the computer, I hit TR and it pulls up the whole thing. So on this, it's kind of tedious because it's small and I'm typing. By the time I'm finished typing, it's been almost 5 minutes and your message done went up. So it looks like I'm saying hi to you again. And so it's like that. And or I'm moving something and I can't type. So I'm usually, and if a truck comes, I'll turn up the volume and listen to it in the background. Or in new thing, sometimes I'll have it where I'm working, I'll have it on the big screen and I can watch what you're doing and listen to you as well. But I can't type. I'm probably 20 feet away, 20 to 30 feet away from the keyboard. I do have wireless keyboards, but I don't have them charged all the time. So anyway, that's the only time I don't. And you see me using the little small emojis, the phone emojis, the old pager emojis. I do that because I can't look up through all the emojis. There's 15,000 emojis. I said that this morning too. I told them, told Gen X, no, I told Gen X that. I said, I can't do all the emojis all the time. Yeah, like that. See, I don't even know what emoji that is, and nor can I see. All I see is yellow things and one thumbs up. But then they got a thumbs this way and two fingers up and a fist and an open hand, a pinky up. I'm like, I can't see all of that. I can see some of it. Yeah, there you go. I'm like, what is that? And they be doing that with the people that's in the Philippines. They tons of emojis. I'm like, what does that mean? That little gray dude with the grape dude with the, he look like he's laughing at you, and he's got one hand up like this. I'm like, what is that dude? What does that mean? Are they sitting there and they love the sound that they're hearing? Are they just happy, or are they speaking to somebody? Some people speak in emojis. So once I got divorced, started dating younger women, and they wanted to text all the time. And I didn't like all that texting. I like talking and being face to face. But they want to text even if we was in the same room. We're texting each other, and she's texting in emojis. I'm like, this and this and this is supposed to mean something. I'm like, what does that mean? You put one emoji and another emoji plus another emoji and another emoji. That's supposed to mean something to me. I'm supposed to speak emoji talk. So I lost a lot of girlfriends because I didn't want to text. I didn't want to text like that. I couldn't get into it at the time. Things were changing. And I was like, it's changing too fast. And so that's a whole nother language, emojis. Yeah, that guy and that purple one. Yeah, you got the one guy. Is that saying hi? Is that their hi? Because I'll use that if I can. But I know it's kind of cliche now because everybody's doing it. And they'll put 6 of those up or whole 2 rows of them. I'm like, okay. And that's different. But they got a purple one, like this coconut water, that purple one too. Like the purple thing on the numbers. So, yeah. And they got a couple other ones. I know the big hand with the number 1 on it. Now, I identify with that one. Or the rock guitar or the microphone and the music notes. I can identify with that. And I can't always find it because you scroll too far. You have to slow scroll to find it. And by that time, the song's over. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'll just do my main emoji, which is an emoji that I can do myself, and that's what I'm doing. And that is the slat and the slant, the slash, with the head in the middle. That's me going, yay! Woo! I know that, and I'm not doing that. That means I'm against it, but this here is up, and I'm doing that. I'm always doing that one. And that is my emoji. I'm going to keep using the old emojis. And I'll say that when I do my Big Jack story time one day. I'm coming on there. I just have to clean up a couple things in my life. There you go. You're the queen of emojis. That's what Guy said. And Guy Bandy said that. He said Tracy's with all these beautiful emojis. Yeah, the last one, and the second to the last one, third, and the hearts. Yep. And that one right there, and that one, the whole bottom row. That get used so much when I'm in those chats overseas. Yeah, those get used all the time. And I'm like, I don't know if I should use that or whatever. I don't want to. I want to be authentic. And I used to try to copy y'all's emojis, copy and paste it. Sometimes it do it, sometimes it wouldn't. But yeah, I like the emojis. It gave us a whole nother thing. The old emojis from the pagers, 69 and 911, and the asterisk sign, all that stuff like that. The 411, what's the info? And yeah, those things there will never die. It's almost like Morse code type things. The digital code, the ones and the zeros, to make everything up with that Morse code. Tap, tap, tap. How many taps name this? I don't think anybody knows Morse code now. Yeah. I don't think anybody knows Morse code now. That's the hidden language. Or CB talk. It's a happy face because the word chat is for that. For those emojis. Yeah. Yeah. The smiley face was the smiley face underrated. There should be a movie about just, I'm giving out movie ideas. It's a movie about just emoji. They had the emoji movie, but I didn't go see it. But smiley face goes a long way. That smiley sticker. Yeah, the one that used to give you when you go to the doctor. I'm out of time. I think it's fun. Try down. Let me see. Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, I thought the phone was saying something. But yeah, not the one on the keyboard. Yeah. Oh, they got an emoji keyboard too. They got some of those in some of these Android touch screens that I got. They've got emoji menu on the keyboard. Same with the phone. You hit that emoji thing and there's a whole bunch of emojis formed in the QWERTY style, in the typing style. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I gotta get back to work. I'm still gotta do my video with the ceiling fans. And we will get back on that. And I got cooking videos. I gotta mix it up. Cooking videos and some music. So I'll be doing that tonight. Just took a day off and just said, hey, I'm not gonna go anywhere. Truck didn't come, so I get a little break to get things cleaned up. So it's good talking to you. I love it. This has been awesome. It's surreal. I'm loving it. And this is deSz'e for the tapes. And deSz'e. Destination. deSz'e. deSz'e B. deSz'e. deSz'e. D. Diggy. All kind of names. All kind of names. But it's still deSz'e. And I'm doing it 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock at night, Central Standard Time. And I say, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I'm making 5 o'clock a reality right now. We'll talk to y'all in a minute. Thank you, Miss Tracy's. Thanks to everybody who came through. And I appreciate it. This has been fun. I've enjoyed it. I'm learning. And I hope the learning doesn't stop, because I'm going to be very smart in a minute. We'll see y'all, everybody, and the people in the shadows, too. I see y'all. All right. Thanks, Tracy. Awesome. I love it.